Hello, amazing explorers! Welcome to the Learning Fun Zone. Today, we're setting off on a fantastic adventure, diving headfirst into the wonderful world of the water cycle. It's not just about rain, snow, and ice, but about the magical journey water takes from our oceans to the sky and back again. Understanding this cycle is like unlocking a secret of our planet. Are you ready to embark on an exciting journey to understand how rain forms and why your water bottle gets all sweaty? Stay tuned. Imagine you're a tiny water droplet in the ocean. Suddenly you feel warm and start rising. What's happening? You're evaporating. Welcome to the amazing world of evaporation, the first step in the grand cycle of water. But what exactly is evaporation, you ask? Well, let's embark on this magical journey together. Evaporation is like a sun-powered elevator ride for our water droplet friend. When the sun shines bright, it heats up the water. Now this is where the magic begins. As the water gets warmer, it starts to transform. It changes from a liquid, something you can touch and feel, into a gas called water vapor. This gas is lighter than air, so it begins to rise into the sky. And just like that, our tiny water droplet is no longer in the ocean. It's now part of the vast blue sky above. But here's the catch. Not every water droplet gets to go on this exciting journey. Only the ones at the surface of the water, where they can feel the sun's warmth, get to evaporate. It's like having a VIP pass to the sky. Now you might be wondering, why does this happen? Why does the water change into vapor? Well, it all comes down to energy. When the sun heats the water, it gives the water droplets energy. This energy makes them move faster and faster until they break free from their liquid state and turn into gas. It's a fascinating process, isn't it? And it's happening all around us, all the time. Whether it's a puddle drying up after a rainy day or the steam rising from a hot cup of cocoa, that's evaporation in action. So remember, every time you see the sun shining bright, it's helping tiny water droplets make their way up to the sky. Now you're a water vapor, floating high in the sky. But wait, it's getting cold up here and you turn into a droplet again. That's condensation. Imagine you're a tiny speck of water, invisible to the naked eye, hanging out with your fellow water vapor buddies up in the sky. As you drift higher and higher, the air starts to get chillier. You start to shiver and huddle closer to your friends, and before you know it, you've transformed back into a liquid droplet. This is the magic of condensation. Now you might be wondering why you turned back into a liquid droplet. The answer is simple: temperature. You see, when you were a water vapor, you were in a gaseous state. But as the air gets colder, you don't have enough energy to stay as a gas, so you turn back into a liquid. It's like when you're running around playing, and then you get tired and decide to sit down. But wait, there's more! As more and more of your water vapor friends turn into droplets, you all start to come together. You're not alone anymore. You're part of a big, fluffy group of water droplets. And what do we call this group of water droplets? That's right, a cloud. Clouds are just millions and millions of water droplets that have come together through condensation. So the next time you look up at the sky and see a cloud, remember that it's just a bunch of water droplets like you hanging out together. They've gone through the same journey you have, from being a liquid in a lake or a river to evaporating and becoming a gas, and then cooling down and condensing back into a liquid to form a cloud. So the next time you see a cloud, remember, it's just a bunch of water droplets hanging out together. And when too many of you water droplets hang out together in a cloud, what happens? You fall back down as rain, snow, or hail. That's precipitation. Now, let's imagine we're all water droplets, hanging out in our cloud clubhouse. We're having a great time, but the cloud is getting a little too crowded. What do? Well, we decide to take the plunge and fall back down to Earth. That's exactly how precipitation works. When water droplets in a cloud gather and grow, they eventually become too heavy to stay up in the sky. Like us deciding to leave our crowded clubhouse, these droplets take the leap and fall towards the ground. This can happen in a few different ways. If it's warm outside, we might come down as rain. Rain is just water droplets that have combined together and fall to the earth. But if it's cold, we could turn into snowflakes or hail. Snowflakes form when the air is cold enough for the water droplets to freeze. These tiny ice crystals then stick together to form beautiful snowflakes. Hail, on the other hand, forms when there are strong upward winds in a storm. These winds can carry raindrops upward into extremely cold areas of the storm cloud where they freeze. The frozen droplets can then get carried up and down inside the cloud, growing larger with each trip until they're too heavy and fall to the ground as hail. Precipitation is super important for life on Earth. It provides the water that plants, animals, and humans need to survive. It fills our rivers, lakes, and oceans and helps to shape our landscape. Remember, each drop of rain, each snowflake, and each hailstone is a part of the amazing water cycle. They all start as tiny droplets of water that rise into the sky, cool down to form clouds, and then fall back to Earth, ready to start the cycle all over again. So the next time it rains, remember it's just the water cycle doing its thing. Well, explorers, we've learned how a tiny water droplet can take a great journey from the ground to the sky and back again. It's a fantastic voyage, isn't it? Starting with evaporation, transforming into a cloud through condensation, and finally returning home as precipitation. Amazing! Don't forget to join us again on the Learning Fun Zone for more exciting adventures. And before we say goodbye, here's a fun joke for you. Why did the cloud stay home? Because it was feeling a little under the weather. Remember to keep exploring and having fun. See you next time at the Learning Fun Zone.